Hello everyone, my name is Kayla McPike, and this is my discussion for the birth control vlog. In my honest opinion, I didn't really like the film too much. I felt as if the film was outdated in a sense. Not something that as young people we could easily relate to anymore. This is something I feel like we would see more so like in elementary school or middle school more so, and something we would just watch because it's something they had us watch. The only thing I did like in the film was the fact that they did use women as a main resource, and that might sound crazy, but men dominate our society and try and tell women about their bodies and such and so forth. So I think it was great that they had female doctors and actual women talking about their experiences and giving us insights on more of the scientific and medical studies behind it, behind birth control and periods and such. I also like the different depictions over time, just to kind of grasp our attention. I like that in the simple fact of it's different to see how it was perceived in movies back then, or to see how things are perceived in movies overall, or in television, or in articles, and the different studies that came before our time now. I also like the fact that when they talked to the younger girls, it was nice seeing their perspective, and I feel like during if I were watching this in middle school, that would be something that I would mainly grasp towards, because they're coming from girls our age and stuff like that, and they're going through the same things we are. I also like that they use different countries and stuff to talk about menstruation and birth control and periods and how they felt about it. I also liked that, it wasn't just, oh, these are just American girls, these are how they feel. No, these are all women, and this is these are all women, and this is just something that we all go through in our own time periods, and we are all going through the same things. I know that when I was a young girl, I definitely felt like how some of the young girls felt, like wanting to change my body, wanting to be a boy so I didn't have to go through my periods, because as we know, and as you can see, if you're not a female, it is a difficult time for us, and it's a rougher time for the people around us, just based off how we act sometimes. Um, and I think with having the girls in it, it showed that there's not a lot of shame in our bodies. Like, I think the film overall was kind of uplifting, especially more so to older women that could kind of grasp the concept of everything that was going on. But for younger women to watch and to see is something that we shouldn't be ashamed of. It's something that we can show and, you know, be proud of, be comfortable in our skin that we do have these periods and we're not the only ones going through it. I necessarily didn't learn anything new, but the openness of women talking during the film I found fascinating, because as they talked, women who embraced their menstrual cycles, as I mentioned before, it's empowering to see overall. When you give something, when people find shame in something and you give it a light, it helps to get people to find their voice. And then when you have people find their voice, it gives new insights to conversations that wouldn't have been had. As I previously stated in my video, I think a more modern approach, I think it's time for a new video to go around and circulate school systems and even our education system as college students. Getting to hear more modern stories and updating some of the information that was in there, because some of it was just kind of outdated and not necessarily useful information to know. And I think just spicing up the video a little bit, making it more friendly and more appealing to the eyes, maybe, in a sense of grasping attention with different videos more so, or adding in quirky little things, I think would be good for middle and high schoolers. And I also feel like we should have saw more about how trans women, and as we learned in our last unit about intersex people, I think that should have been included on how birth control and menstruation and things and such affect them as well. I felt like it wasn't talked about enough. So overall, I think this was a good film, but I feel like a more modern version for young people would be a better approach. Thank you.